And we're back to the final episode of Let's Play Grandia 3. I'm your host, the RPG guy, and it's fucking killing time. We've been holding him back for a bit, and it's go time. So if you didn't check last at the end of the last episode, this is our setup. I'm too lazy to go and get the spirit staff and the spirit sword. You don't need it to beat the last boss of the game. He's not that difficult, even at the level we're at, which is actually, in some people's eyes, kind of low. A lot of people say you have to fight Xorn at like level 55 or 60. I totally call bullshit. You can beat him at level 45, and I've done it. So I can tell you for sure that you can do it. This is the way to do it. Well, thanks for making the path. It's like the Rainbow Road. Alright, let's do it. What are your other skills? Check the last episode. I really went through all that shit then. And honestly, you'll get a good idea of what I got when you see me fight. Okay, if you need to escape, talk to Hecht again and she'll let you escape, but for the most part, I think we're good to go. That was so threatening. Like most of the screens in this game, lackluster.
We will defeat you!
Did someone poke Xorn in the eye? So I can't open it? Alright. For what it's worth, Xorn is an interesting customer. He can be really easy or really hard, depending on what level you are and kind of the setup of how you want to go about fighting him. Your biggest thing easily with Xorn is that he's very capable of overpowering you. You have to keep the pressure on him, which, in all honesty, can be quite difficult at times. Pop an Armageddon as soon as you can, and there's a good reason to do that. The primary reason of doing so is because the Armageddon will lower his... Well, it's like a debuff, so who doesn't want to debuff a boss? Like Grandia 2, before it, you can debuff the boss pretty heavily throughout the final battle, thus not making him hard. You notice I didn't open up with an orb attack. I'm pretty confident that you can beat him without an orb, though as the battle rages on, he gets more and more difficult. And as he gets more difficult, you'll have to find other means of taking him down, but there's a good chance you could have the orb refilled by then. Like pop Yunama's orb and then fucking finish him off. But that's, well, even for me, that's too much effort, you know? I mean, I'll do it if the opportunity presents itself, but you can beat him without an orb, which is kind of silly because, really, he's threatening. He's very threatening without... You know, even with the orb, he can be quite threatening and kick the living snot out of you. So you do have to stay on task, because he has abilities that will easily do 2,000 damage, and his recovery time is pretty quick. So with all that said, you know, you have to really be careful with how this battle plays out. One of the things, too, is once your SP gets low, pop Flash on Yuki, and just let him just go to town on Xorn until he gets his SP back. You know, so just some things to think about. As long as he's gonna keep doing melee attacks to me, I could care less. I mean, Ulf is kind of keeping up with him, and here's where we start getting into Oh, I had hit attack, didn't I? Fuck. This is where things start getting a little tricky. He's going to start hurting characters outright. And whenever Yuki gets a chance, we'll have him heal somebody with an item. Or cancel, whatever comes first. Donna. Don't know what he's doing, so I can't help with that.
This should work.
And that's why you put quick draw on just a couple of people, not everybody, but enough to make sure you don't get your ass fucking handed to you.
This final card seals your fate.
Now there's no reason to use Armageddon again, literally until there's a need to get it again. You know, until Xorn's stats are back in the high. So Alfina's going to be our healer right now to keep health up, HP up. We could hit him with magic and all that jazz, but I don't think it's necessarily going to make this battle much better. Alright, let's go with healer. Just a normal attack, you say. Shadow Warrior. Same with Ulf. We'll keep an eye on the damage output that he has, but I'm not too concerned.
Bet you can't tell which one is me. Keep an eye on my shadow.
Yeah. Here comes the erosion.
Destroy the world.
May not be good, but we should be status effect free. So, again, he has no strong magic. You know, if you really want this battle to burn a lot faster, get through a lot faster, you equip Yuki and Ulf with powerful magic, but they're just not going to have the MP to keep it up. So I don't see why people insist that you do that. I don't think of it as being nearly as effective, but I know some people are the polar opposite and think it's very effective, and you should do it all the time. I just don't see it most of the time.
This final card seals your fate.
Bye. Gee. Don't know what he's doing, so let's cancel him out. That's why the melee attacks help. It actually freezes Xorn as he's trying to do whatever ability he's trying to do. Like, here's Death Kneel. Okay, I'm not going to be able to stop him from doing it, and I didn't make it in time to stop it further, so damn it. So we'll take easily 1,500 damage from it, possibly. Actually, I don't know what it did. I forgot what it does because I don't really see it doing anything. I was planning something, so only shot.
Pick a card. Any card.
Oh, so I guess he wasn't going to pull it off, so whatever. Yeah, he's doing something this time, so let's make sure we Comet Strike him.
Oh, Divine Comet, slice through the pitch black night!
And here comes Death Knell. And Neil, I don't know how to say it. And there's a Gib. There's just... She's standing in the middle of the damn thing, you know, what are you gonna do? But we'll pick her up right away. Don't know what he's doing. Excuse me, wait a minute, hold on. Yeah, we want... This is the time to start using these heroes elixirs. They revive a character and up all their stats. May as well. You know, we've got, what, 5 of them? I mean, I've been hoarding this shit for most of the game. And this is the place to start using it. Look at that. Offense up, defense up, speed up. All the good things that taste magically delicious. Still got shadow speed on him. Ah, damn it. Luckily, Yuki's turn's coming up, so it won't matter. For me to poop on! I didn't do shit. For what it's worth, let's pop a heal just to be on the safe side.
Leave this to me.
Keep all that HP up in case he decides to death knell someone again. In which they probably wouldn't survive it, but
Soon,
we'll make
this
sure.
world will be mine.
Sure it will there, Chubs. What is this nonsense? Need to make sure we recover from that. He's using darkness again. Yeah, well, we should be able to be okay. So let's hit him with Skate, because we got our two speedies coming up. That'll hold him in place until we get things going here.
Final card.
I mean, I could cancel him out, but I'd rather just heal. Because you're guaranteed... I'm probably more likely to get the healing spell off than to actually cancel him out. And then if I cancel him out, he's just going to hit me again with whatever's next. So I'd rather heal and have a chance of actually recovering. So where's that healer? And if for any reason Alfina gets a free turn, pop crystal wall on someone, probably Donna or even herself. Again, less damage to have to deal with. Ow. And he's probably going to get a turn before anyone else, most likely, so... Open for the... Oh, god damn it. Of all the things he could hit me with. This is where Yunama's orb becomes like a big deal. As you noticed, halfway through the battle, he's going to start hitting us with Dimension Gate. And it has the power to give anybody. I don't think it matters what their HP's at. You'll see in a moment here, this is going to be ugly. Especially after getting hit by darkness. Not going to go well. Oh no, she survived it. Which is good. Alright, Dragon Slash.
Dragon of Life.
Probably have to double heal this round, so it is what it is. Try to cancel him out if I can, but I probably won't be able to. Tempting as it is to use Dynamite Rush, let's actually pop an item instead. Meteor Bomb. Do not know. That's to one ally. That's not going to help me right now. There we go. Azure Elixir.
Time to recover.
Yay! Look at that. Tastes like healing. Opens gate.
This final card seals your fate.
Put a crystal wall. No. Yeah, let's put a crystal wall on Alfina. It negates a certain amount of damage. I don't even remember how much damage it is, but I'd rather have her a little more protected than what she's at. It's almost the same with Yuki. If you want to put up Invincible or go for it, there's nothing wrong with wanting to do that, especially at this juncture where we're halfway through the battle. And he's going to start using Dimension Gate and shit like that. Like, he's probably going to do it now. Okay, just did a regular attack. Yeah, Dimension Gate. Okay, so let's start a melee on him. Try to cancel it out as best as we can. Gate. There we go. Piece of shit. And I'll heal. Healer.
This final card seals your fate.
He's almost dead, for what it's worth. And since he's using a normal attack this round, we'll make sure Yuki and Ulf use their multi-hit attacks. That way we can stun him longer with melee attacks while trying to cancel him out. Unless he's going to use Dimension Gate again, which I think he is. Yep, didn't even have a chance to stop it. Hopefully he goes after Alfina, because she's the one who can take the most damage. But nope, he went after Ult, who I think has the highest HP, possibly. Or second highest, but regardless, he'll survive it, I think. Even if he goes down, I really could care less. Yeah, he's alright. He'll walk that off. Walk that off, you piece of shit. Walk it off. No, flash.
Enough is enough.
And if he guns for Ulf, that's fine. I can put the hero elixir on him, and he'll be fucking a beast. Ah, shit.
Things must perish.
Ah! That armor, man, that phalanx has the chance of randomly canceling out an attack, and look at it, just did it kind of when I needed it to do it, of all things. Ooh, yeah, no. Sorry, there's Xorny, but I can't let you do that.
Oh, divine comet.
I can't tell if he's doing it or not yet. Who's he doing it to? Yuki? Well, Yuki will survive it, so...
Time to recover.
Just make sure Ulf is up just in case the game lies to me. There we go. He'll be alright. Considering Yuki has the highest defense. I think he might even have the highest resistance with the Spirit of Gear on, but don't quote me on that. No! Yeah, he's fine. He'll walk it off.
I'm alright.
Big baby. Now the real catch is if Xorn does... Oh god, he's gonna go down now. Now he's gonna go down. Most likely, because this does about 1500 damage, I think, to everybody. So when whoever gets the next turn is gonna have to pop an Azure Potion. And I think it's gonna have to be Donna here.
Enough is enough.
Okay, Azure Potion, or Azure Elixir, rather.
Why don't
And
we
if
try
we
this?
can for Alfina, we'll probably try to pop Armageddon, if he's gonna normal attack. If he normal attacks, we'll be able to do anything we kind of want.
Warmth
Spare, I
and
forgot.
compassion have no place in my world.
Isn't this just the Uber status effect skill? Oh, I can see your crotch. It's something. What did it do? I really don't care. Dynamite Rush. Ah, she's just short for Armageddon. Damn it. Well, because something bad's about to happen to her one way or the other. I don't think it works on herself. Well... You know what? Diggin'. Why the hell not?
I'm loaded with dynamite.
You're definitely loaded, bro.
I don't feel so good.
And no clue what he's planning on doing, so just melee him down.
Light, grant us protection.
There's a regular attack, but now he's gonna hit us with probably a special skill. Dimension Gate on Ulf, I think? Which is fine, because we'll probably get a turn in before it becomes a problem. I mean, the boss is almost dead, and we didn't even have to use an orb. I like trying to fight him on some kind of simplistic terms. I like fighting final bosses without having to use uber, like, things that you almost need if you were way too low level. And trust me, we are pretty low level. On top of the fact that I'm not even using one of the orbs to beat this boss. You could say I'm kind of up there in level. I don't know what that means. I forgot what that skill does. Recover.
Why don't we try this?
go. Oh, if you want to waste that attack, buddy, you're welcome to do so. I'm going to be wasting mine, sir. Shadow thing's not up, is it? Yeah. Alright, well. Fuck it, just melee him. Get in. Damn it.
All is meaningless before me.
No, that's fine. Hit Donna. She's not even doing anything anyway. At least none of the important stuff.
Let your anger and your hate be absorbed by the divine light. Your suffering
What she
is
said.
over.
Base. Oh god, he's gonna probably kill Donna. No, he went after Ulf of all people, that's fine.
Must perish.
Have enough Azure elixirs to finish this battle outright, so we'll be good. Now, if you know what's funny is if I had Yunama's orb, I'd beat this battle literally in half the time. And that's not a joke. He's not hard to beat at all with the orbs, with the Guardian orbs. And really, Yunama's orb is kind of broken in that regard. You ever come across a skill that's just so fucking powerful? Yeah, kinda. What's you doing? What you doing? Telling me to defend? Well, let's go for take
Pick
a
a
chance.
card.
Not that it'll work,
Any
but
card.
Nope. Come on, Ulf, get there! Ah, you bitch.
Soon, this world will be mine.
You keep saying it, but you just ain't doing it. Get some. Booyah, motherfucker! Rawr! I'm gonna rape you, bitch. I don't think it's gonna not it's not enough to kill him, but I just like I wish I killed him on that note, but whatever. You know, for what it's worth, let's just stay on the safe side. Use a healing gem this time. That way we save the Azure elixir for something maybe a little more threatening. And erosion, we're fully immune to all status effects, so that's just a wasted turn in my opinion. Which I can fucking live with. Well, may as well. I don't have the means to cancel the guy out, and Flash is worn off, so. Would have been funny if I got like an upgrade or something for doing that, but like if he upgraded it while doing it. It was funny as hell. Well, you know what? I'll take your advice. I would probably end up regretting it, but why not? And it didn't matter anyway. And there's the final battle. Not too hard, especially if you've been stockpiling your items, like I have, like a whore. Made him my bitch, as usual, you know, all that fun stuff. And he's toast.
Alfina!
Emilius was. He was happy. You have to realize that he died, protecting you.
No. No! I just wanted him to live! I wanted him to see the sky. I wanted him to see this world!
It's a ghost! Kill it! It's kinda creepy, actually.
Emilius!
Goodbye. Into the sky, anus it goes.
Thank you. I heard him. Emilius. He said thank you.
It's Griff.
You don't say. Beats a fucking Disneyland fireworks show. Oh, he's peeing on us! No! Griff, why would you pee on us? Golden showers! Thank you. What's this noise? So that's our ending. Let's talk about a few aspects of it. Now, obviously, that's not our complete ending, but just be patient through the credit roll. They gotta give us more than that. But, okay, let's recap this game. For what it's worth, Grandia 3, if you're a fan of the series, is a must-have. It's actually the battle mechanics are pretty good. Though I think that the fact that you have to grind in the game to kind of make it passable is a little lame. Other Grandias did not require it. It just required good strategy. And in all fairness, I'm sure there's a strategy in there that makes it easy enough to do it. But at the same time, you know, it lacks in the biggest aspect of a Grandia game. The first two Grandias were amazing with their story. I didn't care so much for the gameplay as much as I care for the story. And to me, of the four Grandias, Grandia Extreme being the worst in every category whatsoever, I have to say that Grandia 3, of the three good Grandias, has probably the weakest story and the weakest cast of characters. Yuki is tolerable, but seemingly somewhat odd at most of the thing. Alfina just is a bore. Ulf is kind of weird and creepy, and Donna just has humongous, gigantic bazombas that, you know, fan service, and that's how they played that. The most interesting characters were characters that actually didn't stay in the group, which is the two we see right now, Alonso and Miranda. With that said, the music's pretty good. The graphics are actually quite good for in comparison to other Grandias and whatnot. And oh, look at that. They went for the cheesy Grandia 1 ending to where they have kids at the end. And look at that. Again, I've always felt that this Grandia was kind of weak, and it kind of shows. Some people even say that Square Enix's purpose for this was to kind of make a weaker game to not overshadow Final Fantasy.
Can I fly too?
Mm-hmm. And honestly, if Yuki looked the way he does now, I wouldn't, and didn't act like such a bitch, I probably wouldn't care so much. Like I said, the battle system's actually pretty good. They took, I think, the good from Grandia Extreme, which is the only thing that's good about it, and they combined it here. Again, though, it's a very mixed bag. I liked the way the graphics, the magic casting looked in Grandia 2 over Grandia 3 and Extreme. So it's a very mixed bag. Take the good and the bad. This game is I give it about 6.5 to 7 birds. It has a lot of good things in it, but there's a lot of things that look like it was done half-ass or piss poorly. And what's interesting is you have a beautiful visual. The game is visually quite appealing. And the battle system's pretty good, but the story was kind of lackluster. It was kind of weak. It had a lot of things you could really not give two shits about. And I think that now, in their defense, they went with a very hard theme of flying planes. Well, RPGs and air flight it's a very, I think, crazy kind of story idea to really pass off to people and say that, hey, this is a good idea. But for what it's worth, it's a good game. It is a good game. It's the only good Grandia on PS2. Well, they remade Grandia 2 for the PS2. Yeah, but it's glitchy and kind of blows. And I'm always going to give my heart to the Dreamcast version. So this is the last Grandia they have, other than Grandia 0, which is the MMO that I think is not even around anymore in Japan. That's all the Grandias. I'm going to do Grandia Extreme and maybe Grandia Parallel Trippers at some point when I feel like being a masochist or sadist to myself. But for what it's worth, if you're looking for a good PS2 RPG and Final Fantasy X didn't do it for you, pick up Grandia 3. You won't be overly disappointed. But if you're a fan of the series and you know Grandia's 1 and 2 very, very well, this game seems a little forgettable, a little lackluster. Is it one of the better RPGs for the PS2? Yeah, actually, it kind of is. PS2, for what it's worth, had a good handful of great RPGs, but it didn't have... They were few and far between. You had Final Fantasy X, which was pretty good in some respects, which I'll be doing soon, the HD Remastered Edition. There's also Dragon Quest VIII, which is actually probably the best RPG on the PS2. And there's more beyond that, even more. There's even more. And it's really up to you guys to really get the idea for what's good, what's not, and get a feel for what's out there. This game, it's a shame the series kind of died here. A lot of people are kind of demanding a Grandia 4. In a sense, they want to see Grandia make a big comeback because Final Fantasy's just been failing left and right. And Square Enix is the publisher, but it's not them, it's Game Arts. Game Arts still made the game and went to Square Enix to publish it, for the most part. And in all honesty, they need to go there again and get like XSEED to publish it or something. They should be able to. The series has done very, very well, in my opinion. Grandia Extreme being a big flop, and Parallel Trippers never getting a US release. And I think there's also Grandia Museum, but whatever. Like I said, definitely check it out. It's worth it. You could probably find this game for $20 online, used for a couple of bucks. $3-4, maybe 10 at the most, used. But it's worth the effort. You won't be disappointed. I can't imagine that. But like I said, this game isn't without its faults. It's got a weak character base. The characters that are actually interesting eventually leave. There's not a lot of variation in this game. The first Grandia had characters coming in and out all the time. Second Grandia actually had a lot less, but the characters were really interesting. All of them were good. Even a lot of people even like Tio. You know, I wasn't a big Tio fan, but I understand where the liking for her comes from. So, but in this game, I really didn't find anybody appealing except maybe Miranda, and that's me being nice and generous. I'm in a good mood right now. For what it's worth, I don't agree. I think that there's not really any characters in this game that really are that good, except maybe Donna, and even then, Donna's hit and miss, more of a fan service character. And I like her because she doesn't do anything absolutely stupid, but she doesn't do anything absolutely great except have ginormous tits that I want to motorboat and then, bounce marbles off of. Because, yeah, why not? Anyway, for what it's worth, again, it's an overall good game. No faults in it that I can think of, other than just not having the best story in the world. But this is a reminder that good gameplay mechanics and good visuals, they help, but if the story is weak, you're still going to score kind of low. And for a Grandia game, I expected them to, for a Grandia game, I expected it, to be as good as Grandia 2, or at least comparable to Grandia 1. It wasn't. Some people have even told me that this game may have been rushed a bit. I don't know any of the mythos behind Grandia 3 and how it came about. All I remember is that I heard it coming out in the magazine. I was like, wow, okay, I'm excited. And it came pretty fast, and I sometimes wonder if it was rushed. Again, a lot of this game is notorious for palette swapping, which I'm not a big fan of. And it also has a lot of other aspects to it that I've never been too big on. And it seems very strange to me that it is what it is. And it's got 3 release dates. Or no, I'm sorry, not 3 release dates. I take that back. I don't know what I'm talking about now. I'm just tired. I'm happy. I'm tired at the same time. But again, if you haven't played this game and you're a fan of the Grandia series, definitely play it. If you're not a Grandia person or a big Grandia, or if you're not a big RPG player, you could probably afford to skip this one. But if you're a fan of the RPG genre in the series, this is definitely an RPG to have under your belt. Especially because if you don't play Grandia Extreme, you could probably lie your way through saying, I've played all the Grandias, and bullshit your way through it. For what it's worth, don't bullshit your way through it. And eventually, and probably soon, while I'm in the mood of getting all the Grandias done and out of the way, maybe I will pull out Grandia Extreme, just to torture myself through it. Just so, like I said, I've done all the major Grandia games. Maybe I'll do Parallel Trippers translated someday for you guys. We'll see what my mood's like. But for the most part, it's got a lot going for it. It's as beautiful as... It's more beautiful, attractive visually than Final Fantasy X was. More detailed of, the voice acting. Okay, yeah, the voice acting in this game was fucking atrocious. The only person who pulled off any true realistic emotion is maybe Yuki and Alfina, and maybe Miranda during that crying scene. All of the big yelling that the villains did and the other characters did when they were like powering up, in a sense, it was bad. All the freaking voice acting for the Guardians was bad. I mean, it was, it's one of those moments when you hear the characters powering up and you're just sitting there going, the fuck is this? And he's like, that was bad. That was really bad. And, yeah, and then that other villain, that guy, I don't even remember his name, and I just saw the fucker. I think his name was Lon P or whatever, the dude in the Chinese guard. He was so pointless. And La Ilum, the other crow creature-looking dude. Again, another character that could have been fleshed out a lot more. Those 2 characters should have been fleshed out more. Whatever happened to Cornell? A lot of those things never got answered. We didn't know. We never learned of Cornell's happenings. We saw him later in the game, but we saw him when at the end of Disc 1, I want to say, but we never saw him again. What happened to Cornell? what's the deal with La Ilum? Yeah, or whatever, Illalam or whatever. We don't know anything really about it other than it's just a fucking monster dude that can summon a dragon. We know a little bit, and for what it's worth, yeah, it is explained, but it's done very poorly, especially um, the dude in the Chinaman garb. That one, I know understood his who he was, but again, it's just one of those things that they could have fleshed out a lot more. And again, bad storytelling, which is why of the four Grandias, this is the second worst one, which makes it the third best out of the big four. Grandia Extreme is bad in every aspect except the battle system, and that's me being nice about it. Grandia 3 was kind of like they took the best from Grandia Extreme and tried to make something out of it story wise. And I don't feel it in Grandia 3. I really don't. That's why I kind of was making fun of all the dramatic scenes. I don't connect to this game very well. I don't imagine anybody connecting all that well to this game. It's a very shallow story in comparison to its predecessors. It's a very shallow story. The characters aren't again that interesting. There's characters that we should have gotten more information on, and we didn't. So those are my beefs with Grandia 3. It is kind of and possibly the real nail in the coffin for the franchise, as we don't know if there's another Grandia coming out in the future. And really, Child of Light is a Grandia game, in my opinion, for what it's worth. They said they innovated their battle system. I disagree. It derives from these guys. These guys did it first in the first Grandia back in the 90s. So be it as it may, it has its pros and its cons. It's a mixed bag game. There's things about it I think every RPG player is gonna like. There's things about it every RPG player is gonna hate. And that's just the nature of the beast. So again, I thank you all for watching. I am your host, the RPG guy, Nick Legato, and we will be back with another series of Let's Play. I'm going to be getting a new mic very, very soon. And I'm hoping when that new mic comes in, I've gotten some requests to do game reviews. Because I do intimately talk about a lot of the problems with a lot of these games. And some people have said, you'll get more views if you do that, because you're also playing games that you're doing. So some of the games that I have already done LPs of, yeah, I'll do some reviews. And I'll do some reviews on games I haven't LP'd. Because then I'll LP it and see, this is the shit I'm fucking talking about. Anyway, guys, comment below, become a follower. I hope you enjoyed the series. We'll see you on the next Let's Play. Remember, if you shake it more than thrice, you are playing with yourself. Have a good one.